This is how to use the Spill by Will feature in the Wheels of Fortune back office to create cycles and commissions. Okay, it's a powerful feature if you know how to use it. Now we're in the back office and looking at the big wheel of one of our members here, and he has just one spot left to complete on this particular big wheel in order to create another commission payment of 225 for himself. So what he needs to do, he looks at potential members, and he is looking for a potential member coming to the outer circle of his big wheel, and he sees that he has one here, Merrily 52. So what we do is we click on the name Merrily 52 to go to her big wheel, and sure enough, she has one inner spot left to complete before she goes to the outside. When she goes to the outside of her own big wheel, she also goes to the outside of Stuart M's big wheel because these wheels overlap. So we need to look at her potential members. Does she have one? And she does. She has Keith coming to her inner circle. So we're going to click on Keith to look at his mini wheel because he's coming from the mini wheel to the inner circle. This is what we want to see, okay? This is what we're looking for in order to use Spill by Will. So we click on Keith and we go to Keith's mini wheel, and sure enough, he just has one spot left to complete before he cycles to Merrily 52's inner circle of her big wheel. So what we're looking to do here with Spill by Will is to fill this empty spot here with the red crosses for Keith to create the action which will create a 225 commission for Stuart. So in order to do that, we use Spill by Will. And the Spill by Will feature is right in your back office. So if you look up on the menu at the top, there is Spill by Will. So we're back here in the original members back office, Stuart M. And let's assume that he wants to use Spill by Will to create this 225 for himself, this next commission payment. So we click on Spill by Will, and it's very simple. All you do is enter an instruction and click Add Instruction. And the instruction is the username of the member where you want your next personal referral to go. And what happens is that if Stuart does this and he enters the username Keith, because that was the username, if we just go back here, look, and we just look, we'll see the username was Keith, exactly like that. And you must get the username right, because if you don't get the username right and the action happens, we cannot take it back. So it must be exact. So in this case, it's just Keith, but you know, it could have an underscore and then a number after it. So it could be Keith underscore 2 underscore 5, whatever. Get it exactly right and there's no problem. So type in the username, click on Add Instruction, and then that will show down here in the box. At the moment it says no instructions because there's nothing there, but the minute we click Add Instructions, it will show down here in the box. The next time Stuart refers somebody, they will go below Keith onto his mini wheel, which is what we wanted, filling this spot here and cycling him. He then will go to Merrily 52's big wheel, which will move her to the outside of her big wheel, which will then in turn complete the last outside spot on Stuart's big wheel. And we did it all just through tracing back through potential members. So the instruction is cancelled out the moment that this has happened. So the moment that either Stuart M has got his next referral and that has gone onto Keith's mini wheel and created the action, this will be cancelled out. Or if Keith himself refers a member, fills his own mini wheel, then this instruction will also cancel out because obviously it no longer applies. But the beauty of this is Stuart can now, you know, if he wishes to, use his Spill by Will to refer another member to fill Keith's mini wheel, create that action, therefore create a 225 commission payment for himself, but he still retains sponsorship of the member he referred, meaning that when that member cycles, they will follow him to his big wheel. It's a very powerful feature. I hope this helps, and use it, because you know it will create more commission payments for yourself. Just one thing, just make sure that you enter this username correctly. Currently we don't have a cancel on here, but I'm going to ask my programmer to add that, so if you make a mistake and you realize you've made a mistake, you'll be able to click the cancel button. But in the meantime, just be extra careful, get that username exactly right before you click the add instruction button.